We are now recording. This is for YouTube. Hello, YouTube audience.
Hello.
Today's topic for this YouTube video. I'm hot. I just turned on the AC to cool it off in here, and we just did a.
It's been hot outside today.
It has been hot outside today, hasn't it?
It's been hot.
Totally
for
hot.
A few days actually.
So welcome, YouTube. My name is Jeremiah. My friend Sandra is in the background.
Hello.
And today's video is titled Labor Shortage Part 2. We did one for YouTube. Now we're doing an enhanced version because there are many causes of the labor shortage. And in this version, we're going to stay focused on just it. Because in the other one, I kind of went off a little bit because I connected it to the dating market. This time I'm not going to do that. But we're going to stay completely focused on the topic of the labor shortage. I made a list of 14 causes of the labor shortage. Now everybody says labor shortage is caused by unemployment. It's all I ever hear. Unemployment, unemployment, unemployment. Well, our governor ended the enhanced version of unemployment almost a week ago, and yet we're still suffering. So I'm going to give you some causes and what I think is happening and what the future holds for the restaurant and hospitality industry. At the top of the list, get your pad and paper out because I'm going to go over the 14 reasons for the labor shortage. I've compiled a list of 14 of them. In my last video, we only had like 8. This time there's 14. Because the more I interviewed people and talked to people, the more I realized that there's more things going on here. Number 1, write this down. You can Google search everything I'm telling you to, because I'm not going to Google search everything and give you all the details on everything I'm going to list. This video will be too long, and I don't want to drag this video out and bore you with dry stats. So we're going to keep it focused. If you want to look any of this up, feel free to do so. Number 1, stimulus money. Not 1, not 2, but 3 stimulus checks. 3 of them. Wow, 3. Number 2, unearned income tax credit. Oh, the stimulus checks total $3,200 too. So why work? Right? Unearned income tax credit. That means you're going to get more money back than you paid in. You paid no federal income taxes. Half the American population pays no federal income taxes, and it's the bottom half of the population. You say the rich don't pay taxes. No, the poor don't pay taxes. If that offends you, I'm sorry, look at your own tax returns. If you got more money back than you paid in, you paid nothing. So don't complain. Okay. Number 3, the enhanced unearned income tax credit. Oh, I can get started on that one. That's going to start in July. $3,600 per child. Google it. And it's supposed to be divided up into 6 months. That would divide it. 36 divided by 6 is 600. And yet someone says it's 300. No, 36 divided by 6 is 6. It'd be 300 if they started in January.
If you divide it by 12, it would be.
Yeah, right. But because we're starting in July, it's actually 600. But yeah, you're right. It's 300 a month. Because if they continue it next year, it is going to be $300 a month. But because we're starting in July this year, it's 6.
Yeah, we're starting about midway through the year.
Yeah. Now, think about it. You're a single mom. You're going to get, let's say you get one child, $600 every month. Why work? And let's go start next month. And businesses around town are like, what are we going to do? You know what they're going to do when they get that stimulus money? To go out and blow it like they always do. Like you won the lottery because you didn't earn it. You didn't work for it.
Got this
Go out and blow it. Go out and spend it. Number 4. This is still happening in some states. Not here in Missouri, though.
Missouri.
Enhanced unemployment. Enhanced unemployment. For some states, it's 400. Some states, it's 300 a week. It depends on where you're at. That's still bad. Missouri is now 0. Rent and mortgage moratoriums.
Not here in Greene County.
Not here in Greene County, Missouri. No. There are no moratoriums here. No enhanced unemployment. That ended almost a week ago. Number 6, OnlyFans. I'm not going to go into detail what that is. Look that up. Number 7, the obesity epidemic. Okay? We're not healthy enough to work. Think about that. So many Americans are morbidly obese and are unable to be productive, unable to work, and they got lots of health issues because of it. So they're going on disability. Number 8, lack of skills. We don't have enough architects, engineers, scientists, accountants. These are the living wage jobs. We need welders. We need drywallers. We need roofers. We don't have enough living wage skilled workers to take the living wage jobs. We need skilled workers. We need workers. We do.
People don't want to put out the effort to learn those skills.
That's right. That's absolutely correct. Number 9, retiring baby boomers. Most of your tradesmen are all in their 50s, and they're all retiring every day. That means there's nobody to come out and fix your air conditioner. No one to do your plumbing. They just can't.
Electricians.
We need electricians. Anything in the trades. And right now, here in Springfield, Missouri, OTC is offering free trade school. Free of charge. Yes. Trade school is cheaper than college. Right now it's free. At least here in Springfield, Missouri. Number 10, social media in and of itself. Social media as a whole is one of the contributing factors to the labor shortage. You may be asking, how is social media causing a labor shortage? Well, let me explain that. I'm going to make it simple. See this artwork? I'm the graphic designer, and I designed all this. I created all this. Is my copyrights, my trademarks. I own it. Okay? This is my product. This here is one of my posters, right? Now, I also have a Teespring store. Now, you've heard of these Instagram models being, I'm a social media influencer. Well, those Instagram models, I guarantee it, they're not working at McDonald's or any place else. They're Instagram models. They're social media influencers. You can go on TikTok. Social media in and of itself, like this, my product. Between this, I now have a new website, jeremiahumans.com, which if you go into about, and a matter of fact, I'll put a link in the description to my Teespring store, to my website. And all I have to do, folks, between my posters and my t-shirts, they all run $30 a piece. But I'll clear 10. So I'm going to base this on my net profit. So all I have to do is sell 30 t-shirts or posters a day at $10 a piece profit, because 20 of it's out for expenses. It costs money to ship them and stuff. But Teespring ships them for free. I mean, well, they manufacture it for me, drop ship it for me. But I'll still clear $10 a piece, even on my own product, which I warehouse myself. Folks, all I have to do is sell 30 units a day, either t-shirts or posters, 30 units a day at $10 a piece profit. That's good money. I mean, that's $300 a day. You're not going to make that at McDonald's.
No.
Most of that is profit minus taxes and expenses. I'm clearing $300 a day without a lot of effort. Think about that, folks. And that's being realistic. What happened here?
Surge in electric, maybe?
Could be. Sandra, want to turn off a couple of lights? Anyway, we just had a power surge. That's what that was. Because I do have a lot of stuff plugged into these things. But I'm only operating the laptop, the camera. This is plugged in. The camera's plugged in. Laptop's plugged in. These soft lights are plugged in. I got the fan running. Everything's running on this one breaker. We may have to get someone out here to make sure I got enough outage here to.
You might need more. You might not have enough wattage or to handle the load of electricity you have.
I never thought of that. We just had a power surge. That gives me. We never had this issue before, though. No. Oh boy. Okay, what we talk? Oh, social media. Like I said, social media in and of itself, folks, all I have to do is sell 30 units a day, or it's just sell 15 units a day, and I can make a nice living. That's $150 a day. Why work? Even at 10 units a day. And that's very realistic. So I don't have to get rich on YouTube or Facebook Live or Spotify. We don't have to get rich, do we?
Nope.
All I have to do is sell at least a minimum of 10 units a day, whether by t-shirts or posters. Just 10. That's $100 a day. And I'll do okay. That's $3,000 a month. Just 10. You see that, folks? That does not take a lot of effort. It really doesn't. It's a lot easier than you think. And that's being very realistic. So think about that, folks. If I can do it and sell 10 units a day and make $100 a day on social media without a lot of effort, how many more people are doing it? How much effort does it take? And that's a realistic goal. We're not getting rich. We're not millionaires. But make enough till we don't have to work. And that is adding to the labor shortage. Think about that. Social media as a whole is causing a labor shortage. Too many people on SSI and SSD. A lot of that's brought about by obesity, which is causing a lot of health issues. So they're trying to get on disability to pay for hospital bills. Brought about by obesity. So those two are kind of connected. There's way too many people collecting it. Way too many. Way. Percentage-wise, it's higher than it's ever been. And that's causing a rift. You may say, I'm just one person. I'm on disability. My back hurts. I can't work. But somebody else would do it. Well, there is nobody else. If a million other people did the same thing you're doing, thinking the same thing, the work's not getting done. The food's not getting processed, not being harvested. Abortion. Here's one. Abortion. 60 million babies have been aborted to this date. If you're pro-choice, pro-life, listen to me. I'm not talking from a biblical perspective. I'm talking from an economic perspective. There's a labor shortage right now. That's 60 million babies. They're not buying video cameras. They're not buying iPads. They're not buying cars. They're not buying consumer goods. They're also not paying taxes to pay for all the entitlement programs we Americans have come to love. Whether it's your Medicaid, Medicare, a lot of you depend on that. We don't have enough taxpayers paying into the system to pay for your health care. That's 60 million babies who could be paying for your health insurance, paying your hospital bill. Guess what? They're gone. There's no one to pay your hospital bill. So guess who gets to pay? You do. Because there's no taxpayers. We killed 60 million of them in abortion clinics. So that's 60 million people that aren't paying for food stamps. They're not paying for anything. They're not there. They're gone. They're not there stocking your shelves. They're not harvesting the food. They're not processing the food for your dinner table. Someone has to do the work. But those 60 million babies, they're gone. They're not there picking the watermelons. They're not stocking the shelves at Walmart. They're not cooking your meals for you. They're not delivering your meals for you. They're gone. Okay, I want you to think about that. I'm not talking from a biblical perspective. I'm talking from an economic perspective that we are all feeling it right now. 13 on the list, plasma centers. If you're a single mom, you're getting $600 a month for your child. Now, I had a friend tell me you can collect up to $900 for your first month at the plasma center.
That is a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Child care. That's always been an issue, though. A lot of people can't go back to work because they don't have a babysitter. There's no child care. So those are the 14 reasons for the labor shortage. Now, I don't have a timer on this, so I don't know how long I've been on.
Oh.
I know, there's no... Oh, I do. Here it is. 16 minutes, 17 minutes.
Huh.
I wasn't looking. I need glasses. Okay, we've been on 17 minutes. Anyway. So I just listed the reasons for the labor shortage. I broke them down one by one. If you want to do a more detailed research into one of these, go ahead, do a Google search. I didn't want to do that in this video because that would make the video too long. So you're welcome to do research on any of these topics I just brought up. What's causing the labor shortage? Now I want to talk about Springfield, Missouri, what's going to cause a massive labor shortage and the tidal wave that's happening here. And I want you to comment below. You could be watching this video from anywhere around the world, anywhere in the United States, especially here in America. Tell me what's happening in your neck of the woods. No matter where you're at, I don't care if you're in California, Arkansas, Iowa, Kentucky. What's happening in your neck of the woods? What's happening there? I'll tell you what's going to happen here. And so we're only been on 18 minutes. That's okay. We got time yet. So far, we've done YouTube without interruption for the most part.
Doing good.
Except for the little power surge, but we're not live streaming, so it doesn't interfere there. We're doing pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
So, I live in Springfield, Missouri, and this is what's going to happen here. Starting in July, I mentioned the enhanced tax credit at $3,600 per child. Now, if you're a single mom, you're collecting $600 a month, plus your $900 you get from your plasma center. That's $1,500. You go on OnlyFans, collect another $400 or $500 there. You clear $2,000. Why work? Between the plasma center, your tax credit, and OnlyFans, if you're a single mom, why work? And think about this. Single mothers make up a good percentage of the hospitality labor force. Think about that, folks, for a second. Think about that. They do. Now they're encouraged not to work. Between the plasma centers, they can make enough to make the rent. $600 plus they're probably getting food stamps and other entitlements. Why work? There's no incentive. None. In Springfield, Missouri, starting July 15th, the enhanced tax credit starts. A lot of businesses are pulling the hair out of their head. What are we going to do? Because you know what's going to happen, like the lottery. They're going to go out and they're going to blow that money. They did not earn it. Okay? When you work hard, you earn your money, you tend to hang on to it.
Yes.
But because they didn't earn it, it wasn't theirs, it's somebody else's money, there's no sense of hanging on to it. Hey, it's free money, let's go out and spend it. And so there's going to be a surge. People are going to get out of the house. They're going to go out and shop. But there's nowhere to shop because nobody's showing up for work. There's too much money chasing too few goods and services. Okay? In August, when the next stimulus money comes, it's going to be an every month thing. So, August 15th, a huge tidal wave is going to hit Springfield. Big tidal wave. 80,000 students are going to flood this city. And none of them are going to be working. They're on student loans. So why work? They're not going to work. They're going to expect somebody else to go to work. Plus, you got the stimulus money that the single moms are collecting. Or, the influx of that with the labor shortage, there's no way we can handle what's coming in August. The first tidal wave will hit in July. The big one is going to hit in August. And it's like, what are we going to do? We got tens of thousands of students coming to Springfield. What are we going to do?
Have all these customers and nobody to work.
Nobody to take care of the guests. We're pulling the hair out of our head. What are we going to do? Then you add to the fact Amazon is opening up and Costco. Between the two of them, that's over 1,000 jobs. I heard Amazon's got 2 locations building. One in Republic, and I don't know where the other one is. Just one, that's 500 jobs. If there's a second one, that's another 500 jobs. And I don't know how many jobs that Costco's coming in with. So, between Amazon and Costco at paying everybody $20 an hour, the restaurant business, the hospitality, they're screwed. Because people go, why work? I'll just go to Amazon, make 20. I'll go to Costco, make 20. If you're not paying competitive wages, someone will say, well, no, Chick-fil-A is paying 15 starting pay. And the menu is a lot simpler. Let's take Village Inn. Well, I'm going to pick on Village Inn because they're already closed. They now close at 3 o'clock every day. They're not coming back. They're done. If they decide to close their doors at 3 o'clock every day, they're done. They're not, folks, they're not coming back. It's only a matter of time before they close their doors for good. Because they put the nail on their coffin. Because what's happening is, especially with Village Inn, here I'm talking about Springfield, Missouri, and please comment below what's happening in your town, your city, because I'm talking about what's happening here in the Ozarks, in my market, what's happening locally. So if you are a restaurant or business owner, now Village Inn is closing every day at 3 o'clock because of the labor shortage. I posted that on Facebook. Someone accused me of being a liar. I said, no, that's why they're closing at 3 o'clock. Labor shortage. I told the truth, and people didn't want to hear it. So, lost my train of thought. Okay, I was talking about Village Inn.
Yes.
Okay, they're closing. They're closing at 3 o'clock. They're not going to get that second shift back. That second shift isn't coming back. It's just too competitive. It's only a matter of time before they're gone. Because they can't live on just one shift. No. With no second shift revenue coming in, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Their doors are going to shut. Second shift ain't coming back. That revenue is gone. Without that revenue, they can't keep their doors open forever. They can't.
Those employees are going to go looking for somewhere they can get those hours.
Exactly. So if you are an employer, Sandra brought up a very good point. Right now, it's so competitive. If you are deciding to cut your hours for your establishment, you're putting a nail on your coffin. It's so predatory right now. Dog eat dog, survival of the fittest right now. There are employers stealing employees from other people. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's happened. Absolutely. Don't kid yourself. If you're deciding, well, we don't have enough, we have to close. Well, let me tell you, if you're the owner of that establishment, you better stay open no matter what. If you have to do the work yourself, put your kids to work in your boutique or bar and grill or whatever business you own, whether it's a food truck, if you have to do the work yourself, do it. Lead by example. You tell your employees, I am willing to do whatever it takes to keep my doors open. I refuse to quit. I refuse to give up. If you pull back and you decide it's more important to be at the lake, that's what your employees. That's the signal. That's what you're telling them.
Exactly.
You're telling them you're not passionate anymore. You don't care. Why should they? If you don't care, but you expect them to care, no, Mr. Owner, that's not how it works.
Nope.
And when it's very competitive right now, so when their hours get cut, they're going to go someplace else. They're going to walk down the street and get a better job. And if you have a bar and grill or food truck or any food establishment, here's some advice. Shrink your menu down. If you got more than, say, 30 items on the menu, get rid of them. Don't have more than 30 items on your menu. Keep your menu small. Don't give people too many choices. You confuse them. Matter of fact, you create stress for your employees. And they'll just go get a job someplace else now. The job market is so plentiful. So many people are so desperate. If you don't keep your employees happy, they'll just go down the road and go get a job.
They will.
They won't have to put up with your crap. If I got a job as a cook and someplace and you got 150 items on the menu and I can go to Chick-fil-A, make more, and they only got 10 items on their menu, what do you think I'm going to do? Go to Chick-fil-A. The menu's a lot smaller, a lot less memorization. It's not near as hectic. They're going to go where they're going to get treated better. They're going to go where there's less stress. You are competing to keep your employees employed.
Right.
If you don't have employees, you don't have a business. So my advice, keep your menu small. Pineapple whip, you only get 2 choices, don't you?
Get 2 choices. They rotate the flavors. At any given time, they're only selling 2.
Yeah, they keep it simple. Keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. I can't stress that enough. If you own a restaurant, as painful as it may be, your menu is too big, shrink it. Get that menu down. Get it down to no more than, say, 30 items. That's it. That's it. No more than that. You got 30 menu selections. And your drink options is separate, but as far as food options, 30 items. No more. That includes your appetizers, your specials. Keep it down to less than 30 choices. Keep it simple.
Yeah. It shouldn't take a customer probably more than 5-10 minutes to make up their mind what they want.
The customers need to know what they want. You want to create less stress for your servers, your cooks. When that menu is a lot smaller, a Hong Kong Inn is topped out at 30 items now. But I've talked to the owner there, and they may shrink it down to 20. Yeah, Hong Kong Inn's talking about shrinking their menu down to the top 20 items that make the most money. Because he discussed, I got to keep my menu simple. Keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. Why? To keep his staff from being stressed out. Because when you have a simple menu, you're able to put the food out faster. And that's faster service. That's more money for your servers who live on tips. So it's better for everybody. It is. So, and as painful as it may be, but if you're a restaurant and you want to stay open, you're going to have to have fewer choices. But if we have fewer choices, people won't come back. No, they will come back because you're able to put out better service because you have fewer choices. You're not stressing your employees out to death. You got to keep it simple, or you don't keep your doors open. You've got too many items in the menu, get rid of them. Go through your spreadsheets, pick out the top 10 or 20, 30 items at best. Food items, 30. No more than 30 selections. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, keep it down to 30 selections. So just keep it basic. Don't confuse people. And you because you got to retain your employees.
Oh yeah. If you don't, they may go down the road.
That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to say this job is too hard. There's too many items on the menu. I'm stressed out.
And they're not going to want to work where they're stressed out.
No, not when there's so many choices now. It's a buyer's market for the employees. Right now, it's a buyer's market because they have so many choices right now. Your employees, you got to keep them as best you can.
Yep.
You got to do whatever it takes to retain them, or they'll just go down the road.
There's so many places that'll no experience necessary. They will train you.
Yeah, absolutely they will. Absolutely. And so we've been on 31 minutes. Not bad. We went through this entire list. We've only been on about 32 minutes. I've already discussed what's going to happen in Springfield with Amazon coming in. That's going to take hundreds of jobs.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to create stress. The students coming in next month. August. Some of them may start next month, but middle of August, it's going to be really bad. That's when the real tidal wave is going to hit. The real tidal wave. Now, some businesses can apply for grants, but good luck with that because you and everybody else is trying to do the same thing.
And there's not a lot of money.
There's only so much to go around. That's it. That's it.
Somebody's going to get it, somebody won't.
That's right. And though that grant money disappears quickly, it's gone. It's going to be taken. It's like, it's gone. I'm sorry, we ran out of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's bad. So that is what's happening in the labor market. All the causes of the labor shortage. It's just, I don't know. There's no solution, but I think there's a paradigm shift happening. I think what you're going to see is a lot of restaurants close. I'm not a doom and gloom person. I'm just saying restaurants can't stay around. Not the number that we have. What I'm saying is we're always going to have restaurants. There'll be some fast food like we had in the 50s. But you're going to see us go back to cooking at home. There won't be a fast food joint on every block anymore. Those days are going to be gone. You're going to see them close up like crazy. A lot of restaurants and fast food places, they are going to close up. I predict that's going to happen because they don't have any employees. And eventually, one by one, and it will level out at some point. It's going to level out where the sun will stay because now there's fewer competitors. So it will get better.
Yes.
It's going to level out, but there's going to be a process of elimination.
Mm-hmm.
And here in Springfield, I expect half the restaurants to go adios.
The smaller.
Could be the mom and pops, could be some of the chain ones. Because they're owned by franchisees.
Mm-hmm.
They're franchises. So even the corporate stores, because they treat it like an individual store. Say, this one's not making money, close it down.
True.
Yeah. So whether they're corporate or they're owned by a franchise, they're not making money. They're going to close. Whether it's a chain store or a mom and pop, they all operate the same way. There are individual stores that have to make money. If their money, their profits are gone,
It's costing more to keep them open than to close them.
yep. So, like I said, Village Inn's not coming back. I think they put the nail on their coffin. Last time I went there, it's like it's old and it's dated. It's like it's a nursing home. It's like they need to update that place. Make it.
Give it a makeover?
Yes. It looks dated to me.
Make it trending.
Yeah, it's not trending. It's where old people go. That's the feeling I got when I walked in. That's what I saw too.
Oh.
It's just not trending for young people. I mean, that's what Heritage Cafeteria was too. It's for old people. When I walked into Village Inn, that's the feeling I got. Old people's place. It's not trending for young people to go there. Young people don't go there. That's an old folks' home. That's how they see Village Inn. That's for senior citizens. So they're not reaching out to the young. They're not.
Not reaching out to part of their potential customer base.
Yeah. Yeah, they're done. If they come back, if someone bought them out, just the name Village Inn, and they need a total makeover, new look. Get rid of that orange color. That's part of the problem. Is orange is so 70s,
Yeah, it is.
and it needs a makeover. It does. That orange has got to go. Got to go. That Village Inn, that color, the way they got it's just not hip. They're not. They're done. They're done. And any restaurant decides they want to close, if you're the owner, do whatever it takes to stay open. If you got to work the shift yourself, you work, you stay. You're the owner. You lead by example. Listen, Mr. Business Owner. How bad do you want to keep your doors open? How bad do you want to stay open? Are you passionate about your business? Are you willing to do whatever it takes to stay open? If that means putting your kids to work. My dad had 2 strapping boys. He didn't need a construction crew. He was building his dream house. He had 2 strapping boys. Cheap labor. Listen, Mr. Business Owner, put your kids to work. The Chinese do it all the time. Do it. Do whatever it takes to keep your doors open. If that means not going to the lake today, I had plans on going to the lake. Well, screw it. You work. That employee called in, you do the work. You show the rest of your staff you got the passion to keep your doors open. Because if all they see is, out here, bye, I'm going to the lake. If you're not willing to stay and do the work, why should they? That's exactly the message you're sending them.
That's true. You won't. Don't do something. Don't expect employees to do something that you won't do yourself.
Speak a little louder.
Don't expect employees to do what you won't do yourself.
Thank you.
That's the owner.
Yeah, yeah. Practice what you preach. That's basically it. And so, I caution you, this is a very competitive market. Do whatever it takes to keep your doors open. Don't shut down shifts. If you're the business owner, you do what it takes. You show your staff that you're willing to do the work. If you have to sleep at your restaurant or boutique or your food truck or whatever business establishment you own. Because what Village Inn did, they put the nail on the coffin. Once a company starts pulling back, they don't come back. Sears started pulling back and they're gone. Kmart started pulling back, they're gone. Radio Shack, they're gone. Blockbuster Video, they're gone. Well, what happened to Blockbuster and video chains like them is a paradigm shift as streaming services came in.
Now everybody streams now.
Everybody streams. It's going to kill cable TV. Free TV, like Roku, yeah, it can't survive either. Your over-the-air Roku free commercial TV, don't expect that to survive. Better get a streaming service. Everyone's got Netflix or Amazon or Disney Plus.
Something.
Everyone's got something, and it's usually one. That's all they can afford.
Mm-hmm.
But they're streaming. Everybody streams, and so what's happening is a paradigm shift in the restaurant and hospitality industry. Right now, we are seeing a shift. It will level out, and it will get better. You're not going to see every restaurant closed down. Don't listen to the doomsday people that say, "Oh, restaurants are a thing of the past." No, they won't. We've always had them. We've had restaurants since the Bible times. Since the days of Jesus, we've had them. There were eating establishments then.
Yes, there were.
There were. We've always had them, and we always will. We're just seeing a shift right now. It will level out, and it will get better. We will overcome this, but you're going to see a lot fewer restaurants. That I can guarantee it. Percentage-wise, I'm going to take a guess and say 50% of the fast food places and restaurants will close in Springfield. It will level out.
It will.
It will get better, but there's going to be a lot of closures in between because what's happening is a paradigm shift. Restaurants cannot compete. They are, a few will survive. I think the company that I work for will survive because they own the land. That gives them a huge advantage. As long as they don't do mistakes like Village Inn did. Don't make those mistakes. Don't follow their footsteps. Don't pull back. Don't pull back. Whatever you do, don't. Everyone that's ever did that did not survive. They don't come back. Sears didn't. They're gone.
Yep.
Once you start pulling back the hours, closing stores, you're gone.
Yep.
Especially in this market right now. If your employees are having their hours cut in any way, or they're not happy, they're going to go down the road.
They will. They're going to go where they can get the hours.
Chick-fil-A is starting at $14.50 an hour, starting pay. Chick-fil-A. Yeah. You're going to have to get competitive to stay relevant. So, we're up to 42 minutes. I think I covered everything, didn't
I
I?
think you did.
I covered what's happening in Springfield, why there's a tidal wave coming in August, especially August, with the students, with Amazon, with the stimulus, the tax credits, and we don't have enough people to take care of it. I can tell you right now, if those students came back today, even where I work, we'd be overwhelmed. We cannot take care of we wouldn't be able to take care of them. We'd be overwhelmed right now. Even where I work, we're going to have to double up in our labor to prepare for August. Especially August with the students coming back. We're going to have to double up just to take care of our guests. Because we're going to be overwhelmed.
Oh, yeah. We'll have no staff.
No staff. But we know the students are coming back in around mid-August. Plus, more stimulus money. You're going to get it every month. So that just compounds to the problem. We're going to have to beef up.
We are.
Yep. All right. That concludes this YouTube version. Thank you for tuning in. I don't put out as many YouTube videos as I should. I need to get up to 1,000 subscribers. So put the word out. Tell your friends to subscribe to this channel. I have a goal to reach 1,000 subs. I gotta push this channel, but I don't want to compromise my principles doing it. You know what I'm saying? So many YouTubers compromise,
Yes.
and I hope that I don't have to compromise anything just to grow my channel. I want to keep it family friendly. I want to keep it from being too sensationalistic. Too sensationalistic. I know it. I had to be a little bit, but I don't want to overdo it.
Yeah, there's a fine line.
There is. And unfortunately, as much as I don't like talking about religion and politics, we may have to grow this channel. I may have to cover those topics because, like, tonight I covered the labor shortage. That's what everybody's talking about.
Yep.
I got to cover topics that are relevant to today. And the labor shortage is relevant. So, thanks for tuning in. We're up to 45 minutes. I just realized I got a timer on there. Thank you.